Hello there, and welcome to Sling Paint Gaming, hosted by Recon Specialist TV. I'm Patrick.
And I am Padre.
Today we are unboxing Spartacus, a game of blood and treachery. We're gonna do a first. We know like this much about what's inside, how to play it. We wanted to like go in completely blind because we've been told that this game is absolutely amazing, so we couldn't wait to get inside and take a look. So take us away,
Yeah,
Robert, because you're the one that has the game today, not
I,
me.
I have the game. Yeah, Gale Force Nine, our friends over at Gale Force Nine, sent this over to us so that we could unbox it and get it out there. Uh, I've seen this on their website several times, and I was intrigued because it sounded really cool. Uh, Small box, not terribly large. Again, this is a game for 3 to 4 players, and it says here that it's 120 plus minutes to play,
Ooh.
which tells me it's a deep game, which would be a lot of fun. And we are going to flip the box over so we can take a look at that. And here we go. So, of course, it's a fast paced board game set in ancient Rome, including backstabbing, schemes, fierce bidding, and bloody gladiatorial combat. And I don't know about you, but I like gladiatorial combat.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm thinking just looking at the board art here, it's got an area that's got lots of pretty cool parts going on here. But obviously, there's a center ring here, and you've got minifigures. And I am just going to jump into it here. Just we got to open it. We
Yeah. No,
got to open it.
if this plays anything like the History Channel's little card game that they used to have, to where you could play ancient figures in an arena and battle each other with specific tools, I'm very excited about this. So
Are
it
you
looks.
ready?
I am. Go.
I'm popping the top.
Exactly.
Okay. First things first. We have the rule book. Oh, isn't that convenient? We have a rule book. Let's get out to the nitty gritty. It's about the same size as their usual stuff. It is 19 pages, 20 if you count the back. It has a turn summary, which is always good to have.
Ooh,
Uh,
a
and
market.
references and it references the pages on where these sections of the turns happen, which I really like, so that I don't
Ooh.
have to flip back and forth 78 times.
Oh, now I'm excited. Read that market section because I want to go to the market.
So that's on page 10. We got to wait. Uh, the box contents, it's got a rule book. It has a market deck of 62 cards, an intrigue deck of 104 cards, 4 house cards, 152 tokens, 26 dice, 4 gladiator figures, an arena, and a betting board. So evidently, we can also bet on who's going to win, which
Oh
I like.
yeah.
Uh, in this game, each player takes on the role of a dominus, the head of a house in Capua, a city in the era of the ancient Rome. Each house is competing for influence. Fight for dominance through a combination of political schemes and glorious battles on the sands of the arena.
That's
We have
amazing.
As Dominus, you have a variety of resources at your disposal. Guards protect you from the schemes launched by rivals. Slaves run your household and earn coin for you. You also control a ludus, a gladiator training school. Gladiators compete to bring glory to themselves and influence their dominus. Uh,
Ooh.
Ooh. Market deck contains assets that can be acquired by the Dominus to advance their standing in Roman society. Gladiator cards, well, obviously they're going to be about the gladiators.
Yep.
Gladiators are exceptional slaves trained to fight in the arena to bring influence and glory to your house. Slave cards, slaves are servants. They earn coin and perform other services. Slaves increase the wealth of a house. You remember you were
Wow.
just talking about equipment cards, right?
Yeah.
Equipment cards represent arming and training of all a house's gladiators in the use of specialized equipment rather than a single sword or helmet. There are 3 types of equipment: weapons, armor, and special. Only 1 card of each type may be used in each arena match. Ooh, we may have to look at those. There's an
Yeah, please.
deck. Uh, Deck includes all manner of plots and oh my machinations that the dominus can launch against their rivals. The intrigue deck includes schemes, reaction, and guards. Then there's scheme cards. Schemes detail a variety of underhanded maneuvers. A dominus may also cash in schemes for coin. All schemes have a minimum required influence. Then there's reaction cards, guard cards, house cards, dice. There's the betting board. There's the
Jeez.
tokens. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah. So this is definitely a lot more expansive than I thought. I thought it would be focused more on the battle in the arena. Nope, it's zooming out, and you basically are like one of the players in the arena games.
Well, did you ever see Gladiator?
A Gladiator, Spartacus. See, like when you think Spartacus, you're like, oh, cool, I'm going to play a gladiator and you got to try to win your freedom. No, you're running the
Right.
gladiators. You run like you're running a house. You're trying to dominate the arena.
I mean, here we have all of these tokens here. Who's hosting? These are probably different houses. Favor, obviously, these are coinage. These are the laurels of victory.
Ooh, yeah.
Here's your victory 1 pays 1-1. Victory 2 pays 1-1. Injury pays 2-1. Decapitation. Oh,
All right,
love this game already.
we're clearing our schedule. We're playing this game as soon as possible.
Oh, my word. Yeah, there's a lot of cash to be had. Look at that.
That's a lot of coin.
That's a lot of coinage. And then we're going to come in here. We're going to take a look here. Look at these houses. House Clabber, House Kuma. You know, this is the Treasury. These are the different. Obviously, now that I look at what this is your gladiator cards. Your cards go down here. This is where you're putting your cash. Special rules, bribes, and pandering. Pay X coins to reduce any schemes required influence by whatever. Special rules up here for Clabber. Legionnaire Patrol. Exhaust 3 guards. Draw 1 intrigue card. I mean, there's, as usual with anything, there's. Oh, and here's a change.
Yeah, blank on the other side.
It's blank on the other side. Ooh.
Oh, I don't like Tullius already. I don't like him. He looks like a devious mother.
Yes, he does. Duplicitous dealings. Exhaust 3 slaves, discard up to 3 cards, replace with new cards. And then, yeah, he looks like he's just not nice.
He's got the gout. You know he's got the gout.
Oh God, yeah, most definitely. Okay, here we go into
A grid. Okay, grid system. I like it.
We have a grid system. Oh, I like this. And once again, one-sided.
On the other side. Okay. Yeah. So there's
Which
one
is
arena.
different.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, looky what I found. Oh, I found.
Can you even? You can't even open it.
I can't. I'm too excited.
It's childproof.
Yeah, no wonder I can't open it. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Now
So
they're not terribly big figures. They match the grid, of course.
yeah.
You know. So here I'm just gonna throw that right there so you can see. You know, and since this is Gale Force 9, you know, I have to be able to give everybody an idea of the scale of these. What could I ever use for scale? Well, how about a Sherman tank?
No. Just to show you how large they are. So are they made of plastic? Are they made of rubber, like a silicone?
They are a plastic, and
So they don't bend or move. They are solid.
yeah, they're really good. And just judging from the plastic, yes, you can, folks, if you really wish to, and you want to have some fun. Go ahead and paint your little hearts out. That would be so cool. And they have good example of, you know, if you look here at the cover of the rule book, you got some really good paint schemes
Yeah.
right there. And I'm going to say throughout the book, you're going to get an idea of different characters and what you can paint them as if you wish. But oh yeah, there's lots of stuff here.
All right,
There's lots of stuff here.
let's do
I
some
like.
close-up. Well, let's do some close-ups of those models. Let's give the people a little what they can see. Well,
All right. Well, here is one of our models right there. And
so
as you
do
can
they have a
see,
face, or is it just like barely there?
well, this guy doesn't because he has a shield on his face.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, he doesn't have a face. How do they not put faces on these guys? All right.
So
Oh yeah. Okay, so there's a good amount of detail on these guys.
yeah, I mean, hey, you could do the Captain America shield.
Oh, I'm sure that would not have any problems.
Okay. And here we go. Oh, he's got a trident. I
Okay.
got a trident.
All right, so he's got some good shoulder armor on him.
Oh yeah.
That's his
Oh, yeah.
hair? It's like all
Yes.
slicked back, huh? Okay.
Olive oil, dude. Olive
Yeah.
oil. It's raw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good musculature. I do like
Oh yeah.
the nice little I guess robe or half robe or are they shorts?
No, it's a kilt. It's a toga.
Oh, okay. Oh, toga, yeah. So that's coming down. He's got some boots or one or no, those are looks like anklets and then maybe just regular shoes.
Well, it looks like he's got on this leg here. He has like metal
Yeah, it's not a
shield.
bracers are here. I don't think they're bracers on the
Yeah.
legs. I forget the exact term. But yeah, I thought those were like really good boots. No.
Yeah.
Ooh, and
Now
my
he's
axe.
he's got some shin guards and yeah, he too has a little.
Oh, and a
Now this is a
shield.
wood.
Yeah,
This is a shield. You can see that
it's got some chunks taken out of it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to paint that battle damage in. Oh man, I can't get over
Yeah.
these models now.
These are nice. These are very
Yeah.
nice. These are very nice. And of course you always got to have you know the
Yeah, it's-
two-fisted Deathblade 500.
The Deathblade 500, because it's I guess a large. It's a tower shield. Thank you. Okay, tower shield is what it's called. Ooh. All right. So he's got what? One sword, and what's the? Okay, two swords.
Two swords.
Okay.
So there they are there.
All right.
So let's get to the dice.
You said how many dice were in this thing? 26.
Yeah, there's a ton of dice here.
That is a lot of dice.
Well, let's be real here.
Well, because it's 3 to 4 players. I'm sure you're gonna have to roll anywhere between 6.
We have red and we have blue dice. I was thinking, oh, there's probably dice for each faction.
Yeah,
but
probably 4
no,
dice.
these dice have meaning.
Yeah, so red dice is different, blue dice is different.
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing you that these dice have meaning. And I do like the dice. They have the rounded corners so that they're going to get a good roll and move around a bit.
Yeah, I like this tray because you could even use that tray as your dice tray.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's got a whole bunch of sections here. So like here's cards, but I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it only fits in one spot.
But like, well, the dice.
Yeah, the dice go in one spot. The models go in another.
The dice were in here.
Yeah.
I'll go put them all. Yeah. Oh look, dice tray.
Yep, exactly.
Anyhow, and these guys, will sit there happily, joyfully, wantingly.
Mm-hmm.
They
don't have a choice. They're slaves.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the cards.
All right. So we're gonna go through some of the gladiators, some of the weapons, and some of the cards in the pack. So right away, this is not what I expected. So a gladiator, it's got your attack, defense, speed, and I'm assuming his cost. Or yeah.
Well, yeah. There's his coinage. There's his speed, defense, attack, and those correlate with the color of the dice that we saw.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 red dice, 4 black dice, 3 blue dice, and that's going to determine where you move on the board. And then, of course, it's got his counter attack and everything like that. So
That's a lot.
this is Allard.
Allard.
Asher. That's my cat's name.
Is he like stabbing his eye? What?
He's holding it up. 3
Yeah,
attack, 3 defense, 2 speed, not that fast.
he's got cunning. Okay, there's engines.
Engines. He's got a trident.
Yeah.
3-3-2. Lower cost. So you're probably balancing out a lot of things here. There's going to be a lot of balance in this game. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
4 attack, 3 defense, 3 speed, 4 cost. Give you an example. When defending, may roll a speed die instead of a defense die. So maybe you can run and get away. Run away.
Okay, so lots of. Okay, we got a lot of gladiators.
Yeah,
Crixus.
there's Ninos.
Ooh, okay, he's like my favorite.
But we're looking at 3 and 4 attack dice so far. This guy's a little overweight. They call him Durus.
He probably owed somebody money, and this was his way to pay back his debt.
Yeah. Okay, he's got blood on his. I like that. Oh, look at him. Look at him.
5.
4,
Ooh,
5.
he's cost.
Oh, I like this.
Relentless.
When attacking, he wins ties.
Yeah. Okay, so he's worth every penny.
Naeus, he's cruel.
Is he missing a hand? He's missing
No,
it?
no, he's not. That is the gauntlet, and his hand is inside holding that.
Ah, that would have been a
I
good
saw
backstory.
that on Forged in Fire. 3, 3, and 2 cost. They've got some pretty cool little characters here.
I love the names. Greek names are always the best.
Okay, and these are Roman, so that's even better.
Yeah, Roman.
Philip. Ninos was Greek, but 4, 3,
See,
and 3, 4.
You tried to correct me, and I'm like, wait a minute, that wasn't Greek. That was
Spartacus.
Greek. And the man himself.
Spartacus. 4, 4, and 4 with a 5 cost. 8 attack doubles, add 1 auto wound.
Wow.
Cases.
Cases, yeah.
4, 3, 3, and 4.
Merciless.
These are not.
Defeated opponents are auto decapitated.
Holy crow! This.
Oh baby! All right, now I have a new favorite. Oh, Theron.
5, 5, and 2. 5 cost. No specials.
Who cares if he's not fast?
Theron. Valerius. 3, 3, 3, and 4.
Okay, so like
now we get into the cheap guys.
Yeah, probably the 2 to 1.
Starting Gladiator. 2, 3, and 2. Cost.
He doesn't even have a name. How are you supposed to defeat anybody? You don't even have a name.
There's two Gaul warriors.
Yep.
Okay.
You have the gall to step into my arena.
We have 2 Syrian warriors, which are 2, 2, and 3 starting gladiators.
Mm-hmm.
We have we have a lot of these guys. Let's see. Thracian warrior. 3, 2, 2, and 2.
Okay, so chances that's what you want to really be starting with.
Okay, now we have these guys, which are just, I'm not sure how they work into here, but
these are these might be either your slaves or these slave right there. I can see it.
He's got a 1 attack, 1 defense, 1 speed, 2 cost, but he's an informant.
Yeah, and these guys are just going to work around your house.
Yes,
boosts.
she's going to work around your house too.
Oh, geez.
1, 1, 1, and 3.
Yep.
She's skilled at intrigue. Exhaust to gain 1 coin. Here's the Apothecary. So he's going to have some healing powers.
I already know what she's exhausting herself to gain a coin for.
Stop.
We already know.
Upkeep. Exhaust to reroll 1 failed healing roll.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Apothecary, yeah. Ooh.
Name says it all.
A handmaid, yeah.
She's good at intrigue.
Yep. Draw another card. I always like more cards. Canis.
She counts as 2 slaves.
Oh, yeah, the more slaves you have, the bigger the house. Okay. Well, she's 4 coin, though. Wow.
Yeah, well, she's also blonde, so you got to pay for that.
You got to pay extra for the blondes.
So here's a bodyguard. Now you're getting into a little bit more power here. 2, 2, 2, and he's still coins. Um,
Yeah, because I'm sure people send assassins or something,
oh
but
my!
Kritusa.
The artwork is
Oh,
well done.
will have to blur that out later. Cheapers. Okay, Kritusa. Thank you for that.
Hey,
Ages
okay.
for this game is 18 and up.
Gale Force Nine, home run.
Hey,
Uh,
yikes, that's staying in. Okay.
yeah. Wow.
Next card.
Not gonna play this one with the wife anytime soon.
Neglect
Though she may like the big sweaty guys. Another slave, Eclectus. He's an intrigue. He's a spy.
Yeah, see?
There's another spy.
Glyptus.
You've got spies and bodyguards and
Well, yeah, because I mean, honestly, back in the gladiator days, like you would have slaves like get into other houses, get details on gladiators, whether they're wounded. It's just like
oh yeah.
sports today. Like, so if you find out somebody has an ankle injury, or they broke their arm in the last battle and they're just going to cover it up with a shield, you want to know that so you can increase betting and stuff like that.
The masked courtesan.
We know what she does. We know what she does.
Okay.
She gains coin for you.
Here's Medicus.
Yep. Just drain a pint of blood and you're fine.
Yeah. Leeches.
Exactly. Just leech out the more blood.
Here's Melusa.
Okay.
She's exceptional.
Oh, jeez.
Says so right there. She's exceptional, and she costs 3. And moving on.
She has huge tracts of land.
Yeah. There's
okay,
Priestess.
So there is an amputee. Got it.
There's got to be one. Hey, we just talked about having the American Disability Act. Symbilusa, I think. Symbilusa. She's a handmaid.
We're gonna call her Simba USA because that's just easier.
Ayusale. Okay, you're gonna have to blur some stuff out again.
More blurring.
Yeah. Turbusa.
Lots of. I mean, so you could basically have a harem.
Yeah,
harem. Is harem the right word? I don't think harem is the right word.
Well, concubines. Lots of
Brothel.
concubines.
You could have a running brothel and just gain more coins and buy more expensive gladiators and guards.
So now you actually have starting slaves. The convict, and you get 2 of those.
Okay. Just to boost your house, I'm sure. They don't actually do any extra.
A starting slave for the people who are just starting out keeping slaves.
I love the artwork on these things, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Starting slave. She's an attendant. And you get 4 attendants. Just like that.
Yep.
And now, here's the good parts, my friend. Here's the good part. 1, 2. Comes with 2 axes.
Okay, exhaust, deal 1 wound after resolving an attack.
Cost 1.
Yep.
Okay. Comes with 2 swords.
Who may reroll 1 attack die. Okay.
Okay. Cost of 1.
Gladys. Oh, jeez.
How about a trident?
Yes, I knew it. I knew it was going to give you extra range, which I'm not. Yep. I do not. It doesn't bother me that guy's slower.
Yep, he's got a range 2 attack, which is nice because you can never go wrong with having a 2 dice attack. And those are your weapons, and they're only costing you 1 coin apiece.
Yeah, I'm sure those guys aren't as good as on their feet as I'm thinking, because I want to do the trident with the range.
But if you're going to try
it's just going to get capped.
Your helmet.
Yep. Okay, may reroll 1 defense die. Got it.
Okay, so here is your tower shield that you called it.
Yeah, so they just call it a shield.
Okay, it's armor.
Okay, to ignore a wound. That's pretty big.
So we got to have better weapons. We have
Oh,
to
I'm
have some.
sure. Like
We have,
maces, chains. I really hope they don't.
how about
I don't want netting. I do, but I don't.
netting?
Oh, damn. Son of- what's it do?
Okay. You win initiative, use before rolling.
Okay, that's actually really good.
However, we were talking about ranged weapons.
Yes. They're not going to allow. Okay, spears. Okay. I was like, there's no way crossbows are even a thing.
Range 4,
Oh, boy.
cost of 1.
So I'm wondering if you can take multiple weapons in combat. Because if you throw your spear and you miss, do you keep the weapon or is that now exhausted? That's something that we're going to
I,
have to look at.
maybe they tied a cord onto it, and they just retrieve it, like when you're spear fishing or something like that.
I don't think so.
That would be kind of funny. That would be, they'd be like, "Hey, we're going after bass tonight."
Well, then everyone's Scorpion. Get over here. I don't know why I did the Spider-Man thwip, but sure.
Okay, and remember I said that there was a few intrigue cards.
Yes.
So here's 60 of them.
Oh, let's go through just a few.
I'm just going to grab a couple here. Guard. Discard this card, then roll a die. 4 and 6, you foil a scheme targeting you. 1 to 3, failure.
Oh, jeez.
This is probably in your hands, this kind of stuff. These are all guard cards.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of guard cards, which is probably good. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of those.
There's going to be a lot of treachery going on. Plots.
Okay. So
Assassinations.
I'm trying to. These seem to be different. So like whispered rumors, you foil a scheme. It costs you 3 to do it. So there's 2 of those.
Yeah, you just pay somebody off. Oh, that's brilliant.
Support from Rome.
You're that good of a household name that you call the emperor, buddy. Send some support.
I love the names of these. Sacrifice for the Dominus. So far, we're running into doubles here, just 2 of each kind. So
yep.
Rigging the match.
Oh. Change which gladiator an invited Dominus is chosen. Oh, I'm very curious on how that works.
There's only one of this card.
Yeah. Oh, I would assume so, yeah. You basically make it to where somebody loses all their bets.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jupiter's cock.
Okay. For those who have never seen the show Spartacus, that was a term to which was used a lot. And that was actually a word that we would do around the house to drink. So if somebody said Jupiter's cock, you would have to drink. And also if we watched the show, you'd have to drink when somebody said Jupiter's cock. So, of course, we would get inebriated while watching Spartacus.
For a few denarii.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's kind of sounds.
Foil a scheme.
Here's the empty brothel. You get 2 of those.
So a lot of this... Yeah, a lot of this is foiling a lot of schemes, a lot of plans, just to keep you from gaining money and influence and power, it seems.
Destitute.
Yeah,
-1 influence to target Dominus with no coins. So, Blood on the Sand. Play after a gladiator dies in the arena. +1 influence to the gladiator's Dominus.
Okay.
Shameful Ludus.
I mean, that could go either way.
Yeah.
If you're playing with, obviously 3 or 4 people, you want someone else to gain some fame, so this guy doesn't. You'd play it against your opponent, or you can play it for yourself after you lose a gladiator.
And then we are getting into these here. So let's see what we have. We have 4 unlocked gates. Target Dominus must choose and discard 1 ready slave.
Ooh.
And ouch. Then we have spread cheeks wide. Okay, Gale Force 9, you guys have outdone yourself with naming of these cards. I'm just saying that right now.
I'm a huge fan of the show. We watched it a lot. And the fact that, these are the things that are coming into play, I couldn't be happier.
Saint Roman Appetites.
Ready for gladiators. Oh, wow.
Okay. Robbery. You may take up to 3 coins from the target dominus. Oh, everybody likes a good revenge.
Yikes.
So we have
The least
3
influence.
public exhibitions,
Yeah.
and we have 3 poisoned wines.
Yeah, injure a
Oh,
gladiator or a slave of your choice owned by target and dom. I knew it. Oh, that's going to be so. And then, so again, we're going to have to look at the rules. If all of a sudden you can poison a gladiator right before they're about to fight,
yeah.
I don't know what that's going to do. But yeah, and then you win the bet.
And then when you're done with that, loot the dead.
Mutilate the bodies. So,
I'm absolutely loving the names of these cards.
oh, absolutely.
Lend me your ear. There's one of that. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 labor contracts. We're digging these. We have
slave.
2 joint ventures. It's a scheme. You're going to gain 7 coins.
Wow.
Inside information. There's 3 of these. I agree with you. The artwork on these is superior.
Yeah.
We can incite a rebellion if we wish to.
One
And
already gladiator. Yeah.
we have 3 illicit services. Luckily, we have people for that.
Yeah.
You get 1 illicit auction.
Gain that many. Oh, geez.
Yeah. Oh,
So
man.
it looks as though like there's a lot of trying to screw over your opponent and then regain that
Oh,
in
yeah.
any way possible.
2 grand feasts. 1 final blow. 2 epic spectacles.
Yeah.
You got a conspiracy. Oops, I missed that.
Yep.
You have collusion. You have collaboration.
Wow. I'm like going through these cards. I'm reading them as fast as I can. A lot of it's +1 influence, -influence, plus, minus. Gain coin,
Caught
gain
taking
coin.
bribes.
Yeah.
There's 2 buying of secrets. Ooh, and there's 2 bribe the guards. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 3 black market profits where
And
you're
just gain
gaining
1.
5 coins.
Yeah. So I could see why you'd want to knock out some of these schemes. You don't want your opponent just gaining 5 coins after paying 1.
2 blackmail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you discard a ready slave, and then you have 2. These are the last 2 cards. 2 visitor from Rome,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that is the cards. And then, of course, what I really like is they've given, of course, 4 of
Yeah.
the turn cards, and these are double-sided. So you have your upkeep, and everything is just really nice. And the cards have a good feel to them. They're not overly shiny. There's a slight gloss to them, but they feel good. I'm still going to, of course, sleeve the heck out of these.
That's a lot of sleeves.
And
then the stack's going to be this tall because the sleeves.
Oh yeah, there's no So
you know what we need?
Okay.
We need one of those. We need one of those casino shufflers that go into the table and then just comes right back up with the whole deck shuffled. That's what we need.
Oh yeah. So this entire deck right here. Let me get rid of that. So of the right there of the intrigue cards.
Yeah.
104 cards.
Yikes. But I mean, it's a game that's going to go on for a very long time, so I'm not shocked.
Right. There's 62 of the market deck.
Yep.
There's the 4 house cards that you saw on there. You have your tokens that are there. It's I can give you an idea here. The game overview. Each turn begins with upkeep and is then divided into 3 phases: the intrigue phase, the market phase, the arena phase. The intrigue phase is when houses play their schemes, hoping to raise their fortunes while undermining their rivals. The market phase is when players buy, sell, and trade assets, gladiators, slaves, and guards. Players then bid against each other to acquire new assets at auction. The arena phase is when the bloody games are held. From two houses, gladiators are pitted against each other in a brutal fight for favor and influence. The goal of the game is to become the most influential house in Capua, securing your family's power for years to come. During the game, players will bribe, poison, betray, steal, blackmail, and undermine each other. Coin will change hands again and again to buy support, stay someone's hand, or influence their decisions. Will you be the honorable player whose word is their bond, or the treacherous schemer whose alliance is changed with the wind? But, and it says this, and I will quote, but don't be an ass about it. Everyone plays games to have a good time. Ultimately, you're playing to have fun with your friends. Keep that in mind as you're plotting to destroy their house.
Jeez. All right. So, prices real quick. So you can order now, pre-order, in German, Polish, Spanish, French, and American for $50. That's actually a really good deal for all that you're seeing right there.
Yeah, this is no joke here.
Okay, everyone. This is a new thing we're going to do. We're going to go through all of the rules as well. So that we're done with the unboxing. Now we're going to go over the rules, cover how the game works, because we're probably just as intrigued as you are. So we've already gone over the market deck, the intrigue deck, how the game kind of goes just by what you read. So let's go over it. Game setup. Choose your house. You roll some dice. The dominus with the highest dice takes their choice of house cards and gladiator figures, or gladiator figure, and receives the host token. Going clockwise, the remaining players each choose a house card and gladiator figure, and also receives their matching house tokens.
So you want to win the roll.
Yeah, exactly. So you mark the starting influence. That's the Roman numerals across the top. It looks like it goes from 1 to 12. And then you've got your gladiators, your guard, house tokens, one little gladiator figure, and your slaves are on your left. So it looks like you can equip up to 2 slaves, but we'll get to that. Separate the whiteboard, starting gladiators and starting slaves from the market deck. There are 8 of each, shuffle each. The guards, the coins, give each dominus starting coins. The remaining coins are in the bank. You may have one player act as the banker, or all players can share responsibility. It's like Monopoly.
Yeah.
So, there's
Where's free parking?
Yeah, so there's 3 different game modes. There's quick, standard, and advanced. I like that.
I do too.
We'll have to start with the quick. So each player starts with 7 influence. So you start right in the middle. Usually takes about 2 or under 2 hours. Quick games are recommended for the first few times you play. Standard is you start.
I like the fact that a quick game is under 2 hours.
Yeah. So then it says if you start with 4, it usually takes 3. Advanced players start with 1 influence. Advanced games often run 3 hours as each dominus rises for obscurity.
Over 3 hours.
Over. Maybe. With us, it's probably going to take 6.
Thanks.
We'll do the quick runs, trust me. All right, you shuffle, you're ready to play. So the goal of the game is to raise your house influence to an impressive 12. And then upkeep is when all maintenance and preparations for games, 3 main phases occur. You refresh your cards, you heal injuries, and you balance the ledgers. I like that.
So your laurel wreath will move up
or down,
depending on your influence and things like that, and that goes up here. That's where the Roman numerals are at the top.
Yeah. So it's at the beginning of upkeep, all players flip any uninjured, exhausted, face down assets. Face up, refresh, face up cards are considered ready. So they don't have you rotate them; they just have you flip them over. So that's interesting. See the special rules on page 17. So you can heal injuries. For each exhausted gladiator or slave with an injury token, roll a die to make a healing roll. 4, 5, or 6, it's healed. On a 2 or a 3, it remains injured. On a roll of 1, the slave dies from its injury. Oh no.
That sucks. You got a 1 in 6 chance of dying.
Yeah, that's not good at all. After healing injuries, move on to the balancing of ledgers. So training, feeding, equipping gladiators expensive. Slave ownership helps offset that cost. So you receive 1 coin for each ready slave you possess. You must pay 1 coin for each ready gladiator. If a player is unwilling or unable to pay for their gladiators, they must discard a gladiator for every unpaid coin. That makes sense. So the gladiator then becomes free. Oh, interesting. So if you have 3 gladiators, 2 slaves, you have to pay 1 to the bank. Sally has 2 gladiators, 1 which is ready, 1 which is injured. In addition, she has 4 slaves, so she receives 3 coin from the bank. John has 1 gladiator and 1 slave. He doesn't pay or receive any coins from the bank. Liz has 3, no slaves, and only 2 coins. She must pay the bank 2 coin and then choose one of her gladiators to discard. So,
Well, that sucks.
yeah, I mean, so you got to make sure you have coin, and I'm sure people are going to make sure you don't, especially if you lose bets. So you draw some cards, you play some schemes, and then, yeah, sample intrigue cards. So certain cards do require you to have a set number of influence before you can play it. I like that.
Yeah.
That way, like, you can't just all the time just keep playing card after card after card against your opponent. Yeah, you often have to play a card that you'd rather keep to stay within your hand size. Decide carefully. So your hand size is limited, or listed underneath your current influence. Okay. So the more influence you have, the bigger the hand size. And they give you an example. So if you have 4 to 6 influence, your hand size is 4.
Okay.
So very good reason why you want to make sure that someone doesn't have influence as well.
Yeah, because you can control how much they can do damage to you.
Yeah,
Just
also make them discard some cards too.
Yeah.
You may cash in, or during your intrigue phase, you may cash in your cards for coin, use special abilities, and play schemes. You may perform your actions in any order. So, okay, so that's not a cost value to play that card. That's actually what you can trade in for that card. Okay, that's even crazier. Yeah, you can cash in intrigue cards for coin. The value's listed at the bottom, and the amount of coin listed, yeah, you get it from the bank. Wow. Okay, that's even schemier. Because if you don't like the scheme, you can just discard it for money and keep your house going. House special rules. Each house has special rules that may only be used in the intrigue phase. Each house special rules are detailed in the cards, which we read a few of those already. Like
which were, special rules on the house.
yeah, so slaves and also gladiators have special abilities. Many of these require to exhaust the card. These can only be used during your intrigue turn. Any exceptions will be noted on the card. So there you go. Cards can supersede the rules. You got playing schemes and seeking support. If you do not have enough influence to play a scheme by yourself, you may ask another player. So here we go.
Well, yeah, especially if you got 3 or 4 guys playing.
Yeah. Well, you can say, sorry, Dickus Erectus over here has way too much influence. Can you help me out so we both can get some influence here?
Yeah, he's making a hard situation worse.
Yeah. Got it. All right. A scheme may be supported by any number of houses. Their support does not change your actual influence or affect anything other than your ability to play that scheme. Do not remove anyone's influence markers. You're not required to show your opponent your scheme before asking for their support. Oh. Okay, but then they don't have to help you either. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's geez, that's gonna be crazy. It's like, can you help me screw over him? What are you doing? I can't tell you.
So then we go to successful schemes?
Yeah. So if you have enough influence, you play some schemes, you foil some stuff. There's reaction cards. So they're powerful counters to events like schemes. Reactions are not always played during your turn, and are not limited to the Intrigue Phase. Each reaction will indicate when it can be played. So that's awesome. I mean, after a gladiator dies, after, you lose a battle, something like that, you can play some reactions. Foiling a scheme. Okay. Some reaction cards state foil a scheme. These may be played immediately following another Dominus attempting to play a scheme in their Intrigue Phase. You may foil any scheme, not just those targeting yourself. So that's big. So here we go. You got 4 players. A and B want to screw over C. D steps in, foils that scheme. That's going to be hilarious.
Oh, dude, yeah. Just when you think you're about to get like influence, and somebody goes, "No, I don't think so."
Yeah, you two are becoming too powerful. I don't want you to gain power. Well, you said he's like 11 influence. Yeah, that's okay. I'm fine with that. I can fix that myself. So this is a lot like Munchkin and like the History Channel game on top of there was some other like Gladiator tabletops game that I used to watch. Very similar, but it's like all conjoined together, which is just amazing. All right, so guard cards. There's special types of reactions that may only be used to foil schemes targeting the controller Dominus. So if you don't have any cards in your hand, you can use a guard. Guards may be used to foil a scheme targeting you regardless of whether the guard is in your hand, on the table. Keeping guards in your hand allows you to keep your defense hidden from your opponent, so that's even cooler. Even if Dominus has lots of guards, it still may be worth targeting them with schemes. If they discard a guard to foil a scheme, you've at least weakened their defenses. True. I mean, yeah, you want to get rid of their guards so that something else could get through. And then ending your turn. After playing schemes and cashing in cards, you may not hold more cards than your hand size under your current influence. So yeah, after everyone screwed each other over, that's when you start discarding cards.
I have 4 cards. Well, now you only have 3.
Yeah, exactly. Gain some more influence then. Okay, the market phase. Take us through it.
Okay, market phase. Players have the opportunity to buy and sell asset cards to each other and acquire new gladiators, slaves, and equipment during the auction. Phase summary: open market, 2 auction, 3 bidding. So open market. During the open market, players have the opportunity to buy, sell, and trade asset cards with other players and sell assets to the bank. There is no turn order during open market. Players are free to make deals at will. The open market stage is the only time gladiators, slaves, equipment, and guards may change hands with other players.
Yeah.
Asset cards' coin values have no bearing when bartering with other players. Well, it's only 2 coins. Well, I'm only willing to pay you 1.
I love it.
I like this. All manner of deals are permitted concerning asset cards and coin. Remember, intrigue cards may never, that's never
Ever.
be traded or sold between players. Intrigue cards may not be discarded for coins in the open market. You can sell cards to the bank. To sell an asset card to the bank, you have to discard the asset and receive the card's coin value from the bank. The true value of a card is often higher than its coin value. Other players may pay more for a card than the bank.
Yeah.
So whoever really wants that card. So ending open market: when you've completed your business and you have no more trades to conduct, pick up and conceal your coins. Picking up your coins signals to you the open market business is over. Once all players have picked up their coins, open market ends and the auction begins. This is the only time when coins may be concealed. And it says, remember to keep your coin concealed until you've bid for hosting honors. Revealing your wealth early gives your rivals an advantage. Here's the example that they set. In open market, Sally decides she has 1 more gladiator than she wants. So ask the other players if anyone is interested in buying or trading for it. Pete offers Sally 3 coins for it, but Sally decides that she'd rather sell it back to the bank for 2 coins than give it to Pete for 3. Pete only has 1 guard remaining, so he asks the other players if anyone will sell him a guard for 3 coins. Being broke, John quickly agrees and passes Pete a guard. business concluded, and all players pick up their cards and the auction begins.
Wow.
To begin the auction, place a number of cards from the market deck equal to the number of players. So if there's 3, 3, 4, 4, you get the idea. Face down in a row. Reveal the first card. This is the first asset to be auctioned. All players will bid using concealed bids, as described below. The winning bidder adds the card to their house, and the next card to be auctioned is revealed. Concealed bidding. To bid on an asset, place some of your coins, or none at all, in your hand, keeping the exact amount of your bid hidden from the other players. Once your bid is in hand, extend your fist above the table, still keeping your bid hidden. Once all players have their fists over the table, everyone opens their hands to reveal their bid. The highest bidder wins the auction, puts their coins in the bank, and claims the asset for their house.
Yikes.
All other bidders keep their coins.
So the tip
You
is,
can get this shit for free.
well, it says tip, remember to keep your coin concealed until after you've bid. So you,
Right.
like, honestly, have a pouch to where you just keep putting coins in, and then that way, well, how many coins do you have? That's none of your business.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then that means it's like, I don't know, did he have 3 coins, 4 coins? There's no way he can outbid me in this. So I'm just going to bid 5 coins. Turns out that guy had like 10 coins, and you just overbid on something. So, wow, this is like deceit level 10. I love it.
We like that. Failed auctions. If bidders bid no coins in the first or subsequent rounds of bidding, the auction is a failed auction. No one claims the prize, and the card is discarded.
So you can't sell it to the bank either.
Yeah. Any bids on the table from previous rounds of bidding are returned to the player's hands.
Yep.
Bid for hosting. After all the asset cards have been auctioned off, players bid for the hosting honors in the following arena phase. Tip: hosting the games is critical to success. Hosting not only raises your influence, it also gives you control over who fights in the games, potentially earning you even more influence in coin.
Mm-hmm.
As with the auction, players bid via concealed bidding and pay the winning bid to the bank. The player with the winning bid receives the host marker and will be the host of the following games. Note, bidding for hosting is when and only when the host marker changes hands. The winning bidder will host the games this turn and go first in the next Intrigue Phase. All normal bidding rules apply with one exception. In the event of a failed auction, all of the remaining participant bidders roll a die. The dominus with the highest result wins the hosting honor.
Nice.
Then you end the market phase.
All right.
And we go to the arena phase.
All right. So with the arena, you've got honoring the host, the event, the tribute, the place wagers, the combat, and the victory. So hosting an event, it is the host's duty to fill 2 openings in the games with worthy combatants. I mean, not always. The players should be offered an invitation one at a time. Hosts may invite themselves. So that's awesome. That means if you're playing 4 players, 2 players are going to be adding gladiators. The other 2, and probably all 4, can bid or wage on their gladiators.
Oh, yeah. They'll be betting on who's going to win.
Exactly. When the first dominus accepts an invitation, they choose a gladiator or slave from their house and place it in the gladiator figure. The dominus then places their combatant's card at the edge of the arena, and they basically duke it out. Declining an invitation, if you're unwilling or unable to accept, they lose 1 influence automatically. So if you don't have any gladiators, you lost them, you can't pay any, you lose an influence. And then you invite another dominus. If only 1 dominus accepts the invitation, no match is fought, the arena phase ends, and the next round begins. That doesn't sound very good. Hosting players are permitted to solicit bribes, deals, and promises for other players to secure an invitation or avoid one. This allows the host to parlay their temporary position of authority into financial. And they give you a very long example there. You can do tributes. Tribute is paid to the owner of favor. Combatants invited players receive 2 coins per favor, or 6 coins for a champion token of their combatants. Tribute is paid after both invited players have committed their combatants. Both wagers are placed. So yeah, here's 2 tokens for showing up. Here's 6 tokens for actually winning. That's adorable.
Right.
Here's for losing 2-2. Place wagers. After the combatants are committed, all players may place wagers on the game's outcome. Wagers are indicated by placing 1 to 3 coins on the desired betting arena and capping the stack with a house token. So, yeah, pays 2 to 1, pays 1 to... Okay. So you can bet
So
on,
you would,
like you said, injuries, victories, or
so
decapitations.
so I'm going for like the decapitation. I'm going to place 3 coins on top, and then to show that my bet is complete, I have my house token on it, just like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Betting happens simultaneously with all players placing their wagers at the same time. If this causes disputes or takes an excessively long time, you may optionally start with the host and take turns betting individually. Okay. I like that. So a wager is placed on victory is bet that the selected combatant will win the match. If selected combatant wins, the bank pays. Oh, the bank pays. Okay. 1 coin for every coin bet. Injured is 2 to 1. Decapitation is 2 to 1. When you win a wager, you receive the coin you bet from the board. In addition to receiving your winnings from the bank, lost wages are paid to the bank, not the host. Okay, interesting. Yeah, wants to bet 3 coins on decapitation and 3 coins on Theron to win. She places a stack of 3 coins. So yeah, I guess you can bet on your gladiator to lose. Is that...
Yeah, I guess you could.
yeah. So I guess. Oh wow. Yeah. I guess you could bet on your gladiator to lose and then just win big. Oh wow. So here's your combat.
Yeah, I turned to that page, and that's a lot of die.
So you got your attributes. Dice's health. The total number of dice available in all 3 dice pools represent the total health of the combatant. So there you go. 4, 4, and 4. Your guy's 12 health. So Spartacus is a big boy. Combat basics. Each round of combat begins with combatants making initiative roll. The winner gets the initiative. The second goes first, and followed by single combat. So basically, your speed is 4. Moving, a combat may move the number of hexes equal to or less the number of speed currently. So if you're a lot slower than your opponent, you'll find yourself constantly outmaneuvered. So you don't roll for your maneuver, you just... So it is rolling dice. So a combat may move the number of hexes equal to or less than the number of speed dice currently in their speed dice pool. So your speed's 4. I guess you just move 4. I don't know why they have 4 blue dice there then.
Well, it probably goes for counting.
Well, it says the blue dice are used to determine who gets... who goes first in combat. The number of speed dice in your dice pool determines how many hexes you can move. Okay, so if your speed is 2, you roll 2 to see who moves first. Your opponent's 4 speed dice, he rolls 4. Chances are you're not going to win that roll, and you're going to get outmaneuvered each turn. Because
Right.
you check for initiative at the beginning of each combat.
Weird things happen, whereas let's say they have 4 speed dice and they roll 4 once. They've got 4. You rolled your 2 dice and you end up with 7.
Yeah.
You get to...
So it's...
But you're still only moving 2 places.
Yeah, exactly. It's combat roll and all that. Okay, attacking. Combats may attack opponents in adjacent hexes. Attacks are resolved through opposed dice rolling. The attacking player rolls their combat dice. They roll defense dice. And you arrange the dice from highest to lowest. So a wound is successfully caused if the attack dice rolled is greater than the defense dice for that position in the dice string. So it's not total dice. So if all of a sudden you attack and you roll 4 6s and your opponent rolls 4 5s, that's 4 hits because it strings down. And yeah, so they show you right below a 6 versus a 5, that's a wound. A 4 versus a 5, that's a block. 3 versus a 3 is a block, and 2 versus a 1 is a wound. That's a very interesting way to do it. I love it.
Yeah.
And then unopposed defense dice. If more defense dice are rolled than attack dice, the lower unopposed defense dice are ignored. Only the higher defense dice are used. But you can still do 2 wounds with your 2 dice if they don't block it.
Which I like that. I do like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing 4 really good attacks and your opponent's just like, meh, You're just going to beat them.
We should do that with tanks.
Wow. Wow. Really? While reviewing one game of Gale Force Nine, you're going to bash another one. I like it. So you take wounds, you resolve them immediately. The wounded combatant must surrender a number of dice equal to the number of wounds taken. When surrendering dice, you may surrender dice from the dice pool, attack, defense, speed. Dice lost to wounds are no longer part of the available dice pool. Yikes. So, yeah, after you take that many wounds, you all of a sudden start losing your statistics as well. So the game
Right.
will go faster as you play.
Down to 10, down to 8, down to 6 or 4 or 2 or, oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
Because if they get bloodied up and injured, they're not going to be as strong.
So yeah, and it even shows. So a gladiator takes 2 wounds. He has to sacrifice either a speed or a defense, or 2 attack, and then leaves him more vulnerable and slower. Yeah, it does. That's what happens when
Yeah.
you get wounded during battle. No dice pool may be reduced below 1. So you can't. Oh no, you can't do -2 to your attack. All right, so it has to be either -1 attack or -1 defense. You can't do -2 defense. And the gladiator takes 2 wounds. Sally must not surrender her last speed due to the rule of 1 above. She surrenders 1 attack, 1 defense, leaving her gladiator with only 1 dice for each color. If Sally's gladiator takes another wound, it's defeated. So you don't have to defeat all of the opponent, I guess. Unless
Right.
you can keep going. It says defeat. If any single dice pool is reduced to 0, your combatant has been defeated. Your combatant is at the mercy of the host, but no other ill effects are suffered. So you can be injured. If the match ends with 2 dice, with 2 of your dice at 0, you've gotten an injury. You exhaust the card, mark it with injury token, and you remain exhausted until you're healed. Decapitation. If all 3 of your combatant's dice pools are reduced to 0, the combatant has been decapitated. The combatant's card is placed in the discard pile, and any equipment cards are returned to the controlling Dominus. Yeah, you get to keep them. Yep. So after victory, the Dominus gains 1 influence. The victorious combatant receives a favor and is kept on the combatant's card.
the favor token right there.
Yeah. So there are favors and champions. When a combatant receives its 3rd and final favor token, the combatant becomes a champion. Return all combatant favor tokens and replace them with a champion token. The champion token remains with the combatant for the remainder of the game. When Dominus acquires a champion through victories in the arena or from another player, the Dominus gains 1 additional influence. So yeah, you want your gladiator to keep winning.
Yeah.
All right, you settle the wages. The power of life and death. Oh, the thumbs up, thumbs down, obviously. The host must choose whether the defeated combatant lives or dies with the thumbs up.
Oh,
Wow.
I like that.
Yeah.
So it's good to be the host.
Yeah, it's good. As with the brokering of invitations, the host must solicit bribes and other favors from players wishing to influence their thumbs. You don't want your gladiator died? You got to toss me something, dude.
Yeah, but listen to this. Some combatants have the favor of the crowd through past victories in the arena. Choosing thumbs down for a combatant with favor tokens result in the host losing 1 influence per favor token.
Yeah.
Choosing thumb down on a champion is not permitted. The wrath of the crowd would be too great.
They'll overrun you.
So, at being the host, yeah, you have that ability, but it's tempered.
Yeah. Oh, I like that so much. All right. Winning the game. The goal of the game is reach 12 influence. If at the end of the phase, only 1 Dominus has 12 influence, that Dominus wins the game. To win, you need to end a phase with 12 influence and be the only Dominus to do so. Hitting 12 doesn't mean you've won yet. There may still be time for others to knock you down, which they just play some cards. You can try to block them as much as you can. If at the end of the phase, 2 or more players have 12 influence, the players must be decided in the arena. Players have, yeah, entered with 12 are immediately entered into a tournament to determine the winner. 2-player tournament with 12 influence. What happens if 3 people? Oh, it's just a 3-person tournament.
Yeah. 2-player tournament and a 4-player final battle.
Final battle.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and they just do it. All right, yeah, you got your special abilities. Doubles. Many gladiators will have special abilities that triggered when rolling doubles or triples. Re-rolling dice. I'm assuming that you can't re-roll dice more than once. You have to use it. Use explicitly. Stated otherwise. Rolls only apply to your only dice rolls. Ooh, even the event players have re-rolls should be simultaneous. It's your choice. Okay, only the final result counts. Okay, so you can't re-roll more than once.
Right.
Okay. Yep. Ignoring wounds, extra wounds, nets. They give you some information on that, and then here's your basic information. Wow. That is Spartacus.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, I'm excited to play this. We're gonna have to play this soon.
Well, and it's funny because you and I are generally miniatures players.
Yep.
Tanks, or aliens, or Memoir 44, or generally we play with minis, and this is not exactly a minis game, but there's 4 pawns on the board, which is fun.
Yeah.
This is more primarily a strategic card game, but it's not a living card game.
No.
But it's definitely you're gonna have to have strategy. You're gonna have to be able to make deals, and you're gonna have to play with other people to try and do this. Two-handed, I think, is gonna be.
It'll never work. It can't work.
Well, you can play. It is a game for.
It's 3 to 4 players.
So Andy is going to play.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to jump in with us and play.
Yeah, we will definitely need to have somebody.
Yeah,
but I think it could be very cool with 3. I think with 4 is even going to be better.
Oh yeah, it'll take a long time, but it'll definitely be worth it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, always we haven't even played it, but always everyone's expansions. What are they going to do? Like, so basically, this is just gladiators fighting. I would like it to expand to where maybe you can have 2 gladiators at a time, chariot races, fighting animals and stuff like that. I would love expansions like that, and they have the room to do it. So
sure, and I mean, realistically speaking, you could have a bigger arena to do all of that.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit. I mean, especially with the game. Now, how popular will this game be? Don't know, but just judging from what we've seen inside of just this very brief overview, I like it. I like it a lot.
No, this is a game that me and you were going to have fun just absolutely screwing each other over.
Yep. It's gonna be good. The artwork is fantastic. The one weird looking guy here, though, he's just squirrely looking.
Yeah, that's the guy with the gout.
Yeah, Gouty McGoutovich.
Let me because I have that up here. Let me take down the window capture. There you go. There's the gout man.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I think it'll be fun. We will get this on the table so that we can play it. What we will end up doing, and we'll be honest with you, is we're not going to play this live.
I'll record it, yeah, but it'll be heavily edited, so it'll speed up the game a lot.
We'll record the whole thing, but we will edit it down because I don't think anybody wants to listen to us for 3 hours straight.
I don't know. Maybe they do. Let a comment below. Let us know.
Yeah. We'll do what you want. We'll do what you want.
We'll do what you want.
But I think it'll be good. Gale Force 9, congratulations on another good game. we're
Yep.
very excited to get this on the mat and play it. Gale Force 9, thank you for sending us this box so much. We
Yeah.
are looking forward to playing it. You guys
Absolutely.
have done great stuff, and we are definitely enjoying what you're doing.
Yep.
Most definitely enjoying what you're doing.
So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment below. Hit the like and subscribe button if you like seeing stuff like this. And, just keep in touch. This is Patrick.
And I'm Padre.
And Sling Pain Gaming Recon Specialist telling you to game casual.
Yep. See ya.
Later. Thank you again for watching our video. Please click on the like, subscribe, and share button below to help build the channel. Thank you to all of our Patreon members. Your devotion to us, it's driving us to do more content all the time, and we're going to keep bringing you as much as possible. If you want to join any of our social media accounts, you can see them above, and in the description below are the links to each of them. You can join our Discord, our 2 Facebook channels, our 2 YouTube channels. We go live on Twitch Saturdays and Sunday nights, and you can also go over to our recontokens.com webpage where you can buy all the latest and greatest tokens for all of your favorite games. And if you don't see them there, go ahead and email us at recontokens@gmail.com, and we can build a custom token, or we can even incorporate your logo into the token, and you can play with them, use them as any type of marker. So thank you again, and have a good day.